Here's a question for you. What if you could walk into a room and everyone felt your presence before you said a word? Caitlin Clark can do it, and you can too. I'm Janine Driver, and this is the Playmaker's Edge, the 4 power moves for high-performance leadership. In this mini-series of 4, we are stealing plays from one of the most exciting athletes on the planet right now and turning them into tools you can use in your business with sales and leadership and HR. We're going to break down body language, the brain science, and the clutch decision-making behind Caitlin's game. And I'll give you the drills to bring that same edge into every room you walk into. If you're ready to read the game before it happens and own your moment without apology, let's play.
Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my podcast today in the driver's seat with me, Janine Driver.
Are you ready for one of the coolest podcasts on the web? Janine Driver, she's an expert on body language, persuasion, emotional intelligence, decision-making hack. This is In the Driver's Seat with Janine Driver.
Episode 1 of 4. The tongue tells all what focus really looks like. She doesn't even know she's doing it. But when Caitlin Clark sticks out her tongue mid-play, your brain should lean in because the tongue, it doesn't lie.
9 points in 38 seconds for Caitlin. She hit all 3 threes.
And not only 9 and 30, but look at the depth on these field goal attempts. She's certainly feeling it. Left side, right side. Now come back to your favorite spot again. It doesn't matter if there's a hand in her face contesting. Look at...
And here's the thing. Michael Jordan did it. Serena Williams does it. Even kids in spelling bees do it. Your tongue might be the most honest part of your body. The science of the tongue cue. Let's start with motor overflow. Motor overflow happens when your brain is doing something so demanding, it sends a little spillover signal to muscles that aren't part of the main task. This is why you might stick out your tongue when threading a needle, or you might bite your lip when concentrating. What's happening in the brain in that moment? The primary motor cortex is firing to control fine movements like dribbling, aiming, typing. Meanwhile, the insula, which integrates body awareness, cannot suppress every little reflex when cognitive load spikes. Your prefrontal cortex is working overtime to plan and execute, so small physical leaks slip out. Think about Michael Jordan. He was known for this, tongue out layups. MJ wasn't trying to send a signal. His brain was in full flow, and his tongue became the external flag that focus was locked in. The flow state connection. This isn't just stress, it's also flow. In high performance moments, the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex temporarily goes offline, a process called transient hypofrontality. That off switch quiets the self-conscious and allows deep concentration. The tongue cue is like a backstage pass into someone's neural state. Think of Good Will Hunting. Will Hunting in that movie, solving that impossible math problem on the hallway chalkboard. His body is still, but there's a little tension in his face. Tiny tells that his mind is fully locked in.
Sorry. What are you doing? Sorry.
If the camera zoomed in, you might see a little lip bite or a subtle tongue leakage. Why high performers leak body cues? Elite performers leak more than amateurs. Why? Because they hit the edge of their cognitive bandwidth more often. Caitlin Clark has milliseconds to read the defense, decide and execute, and still hit a perfect shot. That's cognitive overload in real time. Other examples, Serena Williams. She bites her tongue on a serve. Tom Brady chewing the inside of his cheek as he scans the field when he used to play the game. Simone Biles pressing her lips tightly before a vault. That's part of her ritual. Translating this to business. Now, let's move off the court and into your sales call, negotiation, or leadership meeting. You're across from a client. You've just presented your offer. They glance down and furrow their brow. And there it is, the tongue against the lip, maybe poking out slightly. In that moment, their brain is juggling cost, benefit, risk. They're doing the whole thing. This is a processing phase, not a rejecting phase. Here's the mistake most people make. They keep talking. They talk right over the thinking window. That's like yelling at the quarterback while he's reading the defense. Instead, be quiet, watch, and wait. Then, when the moment is right, ask something like,
what's the most important factor for you in making this decision?
That question draws out the mental math they're already doing. In the boardroom and beyond, leaders can use this in team settings too. Present a strategy. Watch for the tongue cue in your team. If you see it, you know the gears are turning. Pause, then invite their thoughts before the idea solidifies into doubt or dismissal. I once worked with a VP of sales, this was 2 years ago, who had a rep that always stuck her tongue out to the side when she was about to speak up. The VP learned to call on her right then, capturing her fresh idea before she lost the courage to voice it. That rep ended up pitching the solution that saved a multi-million-dollar account. Why the tongue doesn't lie. The key takeaway, people can fake a smile. They can control their words somewhat. There are words with hidden meaning. But the tongue cue is not rehearsed. It's a brain-body handshake that slips through before they can filter it. Think like that movie a while ago, Beautiful Mind. Russell Crowe's character's solving patterns. His eyes are darting. His lips are moving slightly, not to speak, but to offload the brain's processing. That's what you're watching for. Proof that the mind is all in. This week, watch for tongue cues in athletes on TV. Someone working intently in public, your next business meeting. Then pause, stay quiet, and see what unfolds.
I worked in a warehouse, men's warehouse. I was a greeter. I'd like to see Daryl greet people, probably make them feel like wimps. Not me. Hello. I'm Michael. Welcome to Men's Warehouse. We have a special on khaki pants today.
You might be surprised how much power you gain just by letting someone else's brain finish its play. Your tongue is a truth teller. Learn to spot cognitive overflow, and you'll read focus before the words ever leave their lips.
Kids love athletes because they follow their dreams.
Well, I can't dunk.
But the figures your brilliant co-workers up the line ahead of you have come up with don't make much sense anymore, considering what's taking place today.
Actually, not what's taking place today, but what's already taken place over the last 2 weeks.
So you are saying this has already happened?
Sort of.
How do you know the bonds are worthless? Aren't they filled with fucking thousands of
pages of mortgages?
I read them.
You read them?
Yeah.
No one applied after that.
What's going on?
Bobby, you know Dick Landry from legal?
The company's consolidating divisions.
You firing me?
How much did they first pay you to give up on your dreams?
27 grand a year.
And when were you going to stop and come back and do what makes you happy?
question.
Great. Hey, John, thank you for your vote of confidence, and welcome to the Investors Center.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
Bye-bye.
Depositions to draw the Canadian-American border for when the current hostilities end, and because of the strategical position of Nootka Sound, whoever owns it has legal entitlement to the entire island of Vancouver, which is the gateway to China.
Clark, but Indiana back up double digits.
That's it for this episode of The Playmaker's Edge. But your real work starts now. Pick one move from today and test it in the wild. Notice this tongue protrusion. Notice what changes when you lead with presence, when you spot the play before it happens, when you pause instead of panic. Then come back and tell me what happened. I want to hear all about your wins. If you're ready to sharpen your game even more, hit subscribe right now to In the Driver's Seat with me, Janine Driver, and share this episode with someone who plays at your level, and connect with me on social. Again, my name's Janine Driver. Remember, greatness doesn't whisper. Step up, take the shot, and play to win. Bye now.
Thanks for tuning in to In the Driver's Seat with Janine Driver. Use these insights to make your life easier and relationships stronger. Remember, you matter and belong, and you're not alone on this journey. Until next time, keep driving forward. Bye now.